Alabama, Western Kentucky, showdown to start the DeBoer era, Saturday, 6 o'clock. The entire coaching staff, well, at least the main coaches, right? Offensive, defensive, and head coach all talked to the media yesterday. We're going to talk about what they had to say and more as we get you ready for this big showdown. Thanks for hanging out with us here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Thanks for being here. Look, we're right on the verge of 6,000 of you guys. So if you're not a subscriber, help us get there. That would be just absolutely fantastic. Let's get this show started. Thank you. All right. What do you say? There he is. Big Sexy Elmo. I'm Mick Gillespie. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget on Facebook at Bama Tailgate Show. And you guys have been listening because I've noticed that a lot of you guys have swung over there and subscribed. And look, we need to get the 6,000 subscribers today. We need your help to do it. So make sure you share the show. We appreciate you guys. We can't tell you you're part of this. This ain't just about us. It's just ain't about Big Sexy Elmo. It's about you guys.
You're absolutely right. Roll Tide, Mick Gillespie. It is game week. Baby, let me tell you something. The hay's in the barn.
No, it is. It is.
It's game week, baby. It is time. You know, let's stop the talk and let's tee it up.
Yeah, let's do it. We got it coming. Coaches, Nick Sheridan, Kane Womack, and Kalen DeBoer all got to the podium yesterday. I want to play this clip right here because I thought it was interesting. We're going to talk about a little bit about each, right? But Kalen DeBoer was asked, hey, you know, what have you had to do to change your style to match this roster? And I loved his answer because it makes a lot of sense. It's like you got to change your roster. Your roster changes every year, so you always have to change the way you do business. But here's what he said.
Yeah, I think every year. It isn't even just about one school to another. I think it's the roster you have. And each year that gets tweaked a little bit. You might be running back, you know, with a little more depth, or tight ends, you know, is your one of your key areas. You know, I think we're very balanced across all of the skill positions. And then, of course, you look at your quarterback, you look at the strength, what you can do offensive line-wise. And so it's never exactly from one year to the next, even if there's a lot of continuity, because you're going to lose someone. So there's certainly some adjustments that Coach Sheridan, our staff, has done in really working with the personnel. So, you know, that will continue to evolve as the season goes along. You know, you have guys that continue to improve, especially younger guys or guys that are you know, kind of taking those next steps. They'll make those big steps, and you'll really incorporate them, and it might be a package at some point that they're incorporated in, and then all of a sudden it's something where they're a regular player and maybe even a starter.
So there you go. I love that, man. I love this guy. I love the way that he conducts business, and I agree with that. I mean, it's an easy answer, but it was the perfect answer.
Yeah, perfect answer, because that's what you have to do every single year.
Yeah.
You're going to have different players. Things change. You got to work with your strengths, Mick, and he realizes that. This year, the strength may be, I'm just throwing this out there, maybe the wide receiver game. You know, and then next year, it may be the running backs. Who knows? But you just got to play to your strengths, and he realizes that. I mean, he's a smart enough coach. Looking forward to seeing the product on the field coming up on Saturday.
One thing that they asked about too, Kane Womack, they were like, hey, you know, what do you think about the secondary? And basically he said, hey, these guys are trending in the right direction. He talked about how mature the freshmen were, the 5-star trio that we're going to have because we just don't have that many guys back there. These 5, you know, players, and maybe Jaleel Hurley will figure it out. But, you know, really you're hearing Deshaun Jackson, and he called him DD, and Deshaun Jones. And then all of a sudden you got, you know, Mbakwe, who we love, right? Mincy, who's been great. Brown, who's probably the best of the group right now as far as figuring this out. But it's been cool just listening to him talk about how these guys are kind of, trending in the right direction. And although there's only 6 of them, sounds like those 6 guys are not going to be a weakness on this team, which is good.
That's something you worry about. And Mick, you've worried all offseason about that group. And
I know.
You've lost a lot of sleep over it. I could tell there was some bags under your eyes the other day, and I said, Mick, quit worrying about the secondary. We're going to be okay. But they're going to get picked on, like I mentioned yesterday. But hey, I like our chances.
Well, I mean, you got to have guys in that spot, and the other part of it is that you want to be able to trust that those guys aren't going to be such a weak link in your chain that everything else falls apart. I feel good about the defensive line and the pass rush. Linebackers should be really strong. Safeties, he talked about Keon Sabb, the transfer from Michigan, and was glowing about him. Kane Wommack was, like, hey, this guy is just really going to be good. And I heard Michigan people tell me that too, that he was one player that they were disappointed that left because they thought, hey, this is going to be one of the guys that really helps our team moving forward. But he's been one of our best guys, so I think the safety position is okay. I love that Kane Wommack said, hey, we're balanced. We're a pretty balanced team right now. It's not like we're just showing up and we're kind of heavy to one side and weak to the other. It's just a pretty balanced team. And with the offense and Jalen Milroe, who he was really high on, I feel like that's where the Alabama's going to win and lose games. I mean, they're going to have to score points, but I just think they're going to be so menacing on offense that defense will do enough to either force turnovers or slow down the opposition that they're going to be okay. I mean, that's my gut feeling.
Yeah, especially to start out the season, I think that's what you've got to do. But, I think the offense will be high-powered, and the defense – look, remember, there's going to be some young guys playing. There's no doubt about that. And like we mentioned a few weeks ago, they're going to get burned. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. But it's not going to be the end of the world. This is just you got to grow and learn, man. And you could practice every single day of the week, but there's something different about being in that game situation, in that situation that's going to make those guys better, and we'll be fine there.
Yeah, so it's exciting. Now you were really, really fired up about Western Kentucky and the Hilltoppers naming their new quarterback.
Yeah, the Grimaces. They, of course,
the Red Grimace.
the Red Grimace. They named their starting quarterback. It's going to be somebody that fans are familiar with because the guy played at LSU and at Auburn, and it's T.J. Finley.
How about that?
He's going to be the starting quarterback for Western Kentucky coming up on Saturday. He's also a very familiar name with Wommack because he faced Finley last season when he was starting at Texas State.
How about that?
And this will be Finley's 3rd time facing Alabama. Does that concern you?
No. I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, Finley's been to 4 schools in 4 different seasons, right? LSU, Auburn, Texas State, and now Western Kentucky. That to me, I wouldn't wear that as a badge of honor. You know, I mean, it just doesn't sit like that to me. And I think that Alabama has better players at most of the positions and more stability, even with the new coaching staff. Milroe to me is the most important person on the team. He's definitely the linchpin to success this year. But with that said, I just feel like Alabama's going to be able to run the ball and they'll score points. And I just think Western Kentucky's going to score some, but I don't think they'll score enough to keep up with Alabama. I'd be surprised if Alabama's offense isn't at mid-season form.
Interesting. We'll see Saturday night. Kickoff 6:05.
Look, one of the things that I was excited about today, too, is that Jaden Roberts is expected to play this week. Right. Sure. Same thing with Jam Miller. I mean, so you're talking about 2 guys on the offensive side of the ball, and who knows how much they're going to play. I mean, they've both been, kind of dealing with some injury issues, but DeBoer says, hey, expect those guys to play. And when you start putting that offensive line together, Roberts isn't getting a whole lot of love, but he's a really good player. Booker's the book end, I guess, or maybe even though he's not, but you know what I mean? He's definitely the rock on this offensive line and arguably one of the best offensive linemen going into a season that Alabama's had, and maybe the best since Evan Neal. And Evan Neal's great, right? But you throw him in there, you finally got a center that can snap the ball, and Parker Brailsford. I think Caden Proctor is going to have a great year. I think that he might be the unsung hero going into the season. I think by the end of the year, he may be the guy that we look at and go, hey, this is the future of the offensive line. And, he's going to take over for Booker as the guy that you can count on. And then whether it's Wilkin Formby, who I think it's going to be, or Elijah Pritchard, they're both really good. The right tackle spot. I just think this offensive line is going to be great, right?
Could be the best in the country.
Right, could be, right? And then you got guys like Robbie Oots that can go out there and block, but also catch. C.J. Dupree, I think, can make some plays. I think he's going to have a huge season just because you saw flashes of it last year in the tight end spot. And Justice Haynes is, to me, could possibly sneak into the Heisman race if it's not Milroe, because I just think he can. He's like, oh, look, the guy is. Who knows how many touches? Who knows how healthy he's going to be? But he's got all the ability. He's got all the ability to be a star running back, a Mark Ingram, a Derrick Henry, but in his own right. With his ability to juke, with his ability to hit the holes. He's got all the. He's smooth, man. This guy's really good. So I just feel like the wide receivers will be good enough that this offense should be stacked.
I agree with you. So maybe go to Pearl River and put $25 on the super underdog for the Heisman.
Well, who knows, man? Why not, right? Think about it. Did anyone think Mark Ingram was going to win the Heisman? How many people were talking about Derrick Henry at the beginning of the year, or Devontae Smith? You look for guys that have just amazing talent,
and you're right,
and a great offensive line. The offensive line is such a big part of it. Mark Ingram won the Heisman, but you know what? It was guys like Mike Johnson that were out there blocking for him.
They don't get near the credit they deserve.
That's it, man. A whole great offensive line and a center that snaps the ball and a team that's able to do things on rhythm. It's exciting because Alabama has the most talent at running back that they've had since. Jahmyr Gibbs was talented, but they never really utilized him that much. Najee Harris is the last running back in 2020 that Alabama really utilized and took advantage of his talent. And I think that Justice Haynes, in some aspects, is actually more talented. So we'll find out on the football field. But you talked about Pearl River Resort right before you bounced out of here. And I'll tell you this, that Pearl River is hopping right now. And you can go over there and put $50 down at the sports book at Golden Moon Casino. And for $40, take that receipt, go play Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. It's the Augusta that you can play. And Brett, I just spent some time there middle of last week. It is fantastic. And I love the Dancing Rabbit Inn right there where all the golf takes place, including great breakfast biscuits that they have at the do you like biscuits, breakfast biscuits?
Look at me, Mick. I've had a biscuit or two in my life.
Do you like sausage and egg, or do you like bacon and egg?
Either or.
Oh, both. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can get them both there. They're fantastic. Also, you got table games and slots at Silver Star and Golden Moon. You got Geyser Falls, which is their amazing water park. They got a spa. They got it all. It's really great. Hour and a half from Tuscaloosa. Not too far from anywhere in the state of Alabama or here in the South. It's like going to Vegas without having to go across the country. And the prices are just fantastic. You can get a beer, for $6. Out in Vegas, we couldn't get anything for $6. As a matter of fact, nothing. Just
those $14 beers were awful.
I know. How much were the beers in the Spear? Like $20, like $18.
yeah, easily. Because I think I bought two and it was like $50 or something. I don't know.
Very, very expensive.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to tell you guys is that right now, at with the promo code Bama Tailgate at newlifeart.com. Promo code Bama Tailgate as we make the push for national championship number 19. What are we doing for you? Well, we're doing this. We're going to give you 19% off at your favorite place. Honestly, one of my favorite places too. newlifeart.com. Yeah, you got to pimp out the man cave. Take advantage of it right now. Drive for 19 now until kickoff. If Bama wins Saturday, I'm going to extend that through Labor Day. But drive for 19% off when you use that promo code Bama Tailgate. So as you pimp out the man cave, use it, man. Take advantage of it. It's a discount, and everybody likes discounts. All right. When we come back, it'll be all about Brett Elmore, Big Sexy Elmo. Is he ready to go? I think so.
Pearl River Resort.
They call him Big Sexy. Coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy. Throwing out those Alabama thoughts. Sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. Licking to the XPs, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
Yes, the 27th day of August is here. And let's take a look at the calendar right now. For this August 27th, take a look at celebrity birthdays. Tell you what.
E.T.
Who?
E.T., the extraterrestrial from the movie.
E.T. celebrating a birthday today?
Yeah. He turned 438.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, happy birthday to E.T. Country singer Colt Ford is 55 today.
Colt Ford, he's the rapping country singer.
Yeah.
Not a fan, but I'm
not a fan either. Not really. But anyway, let's see.
I'm going to take two like American brands. Like, my grandfather would have liked both of those, Colt 45 and Ford trucks, and you put them together. And there you go, Colt Ford.
Yeah.
And then he's rapping country music.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's see.
It's not really even that good.
Yolanda Adams, the gospel singer. She's got an incredible voice. She's 63 today.
Okay, not familiar, but cool.
Very, very famous gospel singer. Like I say, it's not a very good day for celebrity birthdays.
Oh, here's one.
What it is?
1,365 years old. Alf. Hey, Willie. Ha! Remember him?
Anybody got a cat?
Yeah, he ate cats.
He ate cats. That was great.
Really
You're looking for something to celebrate today.
Oh, wait, here's another one.
Oh, who?
This guy's 465 years old. Mork from Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy. Wow. There's a lot of extraterrestrial beings celebrating birthdays today. You must be getting off that exclusive Facebook page where they only invite certain people and it's about the aliens and stuff.
Okay, I made them all up. I'm sorry.
I figured you
it's
probably
none of their
did.
birthdays. E.T., Alf, or Mork.
Right.
Nanu.
If you're looking for something to celebrate, today is Kiss Me Day.
Okay, I can celebrate that.
Yeah, I could probably get in a lot of trouble doing that. Just walking up and down the streets of Jasper saying, "Hey, it's Kiss Me Day," after I just lay one right on her face. And I was like, "Hey, cut me some slack. It's Kiss Me Day." Also, today is National Banana Lovers Day. Are you a banana lover?
Got him in the house. The little guy loves them. I think he takes them to school. I like bananas. I don't eat them a lot, but they're good for you.
Yeah, they're good. I like them. National Petroleum Day.
I love when we pump up petroleum, whether we frack it or we drill for it, because it keeps my gas prices down. And I drive a lot. I mean, you know that I'm constantly in the car.
You're always in the car.
Yeah, keep them under. If you can keep them around 250, that's my budget.
There you go. Tarzan Day is today.
Yeah, how about Tarzan having a day? I mean, when's the last time Tarzan had a movie? I mean,
I don't know.
I didn't even know anybody still knew who he was.
Oh, everybody knows who Tarzan is.
But when's the last time somebody watched him do something?
I don't know. Like I say, I need him. I need him here in Walker County. We got a bear on the loose. It's like wreaking havoc in Carbon Hill. This bear, getting in people's backyards and everything. This is a pretty large black bear. I didn't realize that we had them around here, but we do. And but anyway, I just wanted to give my blessings to the folks in Carbon Hill, Alabama, having to deal with this monster of a bear. And today is also World Rock Paper Scissors Day.
Man, I was at a work staff retreat and they had this battle. It was like, I forget what, I think it was like they had like music trivia, but they tied and they did the 2 out of 3 rock, paper, scissors for the win.
Yeah.
And it was crazy how we all got like into it. Like there were like 100, like a bunch of people cheering for rock, paper, scissors. And I realized,
all right, let's go. One, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, shoot. Okay, you ready?
All right, you ready?
1, 2, 3, shoot. You saw what I.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's over.
Yes,
I'm not
you
doing
did.
a rematch.
You were laying a rock.
No, I wasn't. I was
yes,
scissors.
You were, you cheater.
Your hand was below the. I couldn't even see what you did. I had.
All right,
scissors.
one more time.
No.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You cheater.
Sorry.
Oh, me. Let's see on the calendar today. The Guinness Book of World Records is first published this day, 1955.
Yeah, I was part of that for a while. I was in the largest Macarena for a while. Yeah, and then somebody else beat us. But my buddy's mom took us to her work, and they set the record for the largest Macarena.
Oh man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. We were in there for like, I don't know, 6 months.
Then
another group came along. They're like, we're gonna break that record.
Yeah. Very sad day in music. Stevie Ray Vaughan and 3 members of Eric Clapton's band killed in a helicopter crash in Wisconsin this day.
I didn't even know that, and I knew a lot about music. I didn't even know that Stevie Ray Vaughan was dead. I just hear him like ripping on the guitar, man. Like you
didn't know that Stevie Ray Vaughan was dead?
No, and I didn't even know that he died in a plane crash.
Oh, yeah,
helicopter crash. It's terrible.
Yeah.
When was that?
Back in 1990. I remember it because my dad was a huge Stevie Ray Vaughan fan and Eric Clapton fan. And I remember when it happened, man. It was a sad day.
Yeah, that's terrible
in music. Also, this same very day in 1990, No Fences album by Garth Brooks is released.
Garth was, man, the 90s, the 90s were ruled by Garth Brooks, man. I can still see, like, he would have these shirts that were like checkerboard shirts. He had like the white and the black checkers, and then he had the red and the black checkers. And people would try to wear those same shirts, like, hey, Garth Brooks wearing this shirt, I'm wearing this shirt. Best song he ever did, though, was on his first album called The Dance. But his albums are good, man. And, you can't go to Apple Music and get his music. Like, he doesn't have it released on there, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. We talked about this song yesterday. 2012 Thrift Shop is released by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Yeah, pretty cool song.
What? See, that was my part in the song. They didn't give me credit for it.
Do you think that thrift shop buying went up after that?
May have. And finally, in 2018, former Spice Girl Mel B announces she's entering rehab for alcohol and sex addiction following her bitter divorce, would you announce after, if you had a catastrophic event like a divorce or anything like that, and say, hey, I'm going into rehab, I'm a sex addict?
No, I mean, I wouldn't want to tell anybody anything. I mean, no offense, but you try to keep your personal life personal. There's a reason for that, and I'm always shocked at people that are like, you know what? I'm a public person. I'm just going to tell everybody, it's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, but alcohol or drug abuse,
Mm-hmm.
They'll go in for alcohol or drug abuse or whatever. But rarely do you hear that they're addicted to sex.
Yeah. I haven't heard that one before.
I mean, what does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean,
I think I know what that means, but I don't know what that means, I guess.
Is there like a definition? I mean, is someone going to have sex like they want it like 6 times a day or something? I mean, help me figure this out, Mick. I'm trying to be open and honest with you.
I don't know.
In our friendship, we've always, we've talked about a lot of things, and you're a wealth of knowledge. And I was just wanting to know, if you knew what a sex addict really was.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing that, or maybe like, doing crazy stuff. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
You're talking about like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like a Charleston steamer or something.
Right. The safe word is cheese. That's a look at this history.
If anybody made it this far, they're like, oh boy.
Yeah, here we go.
Turn it down at the work computer. Hey, have a great day, guys. Help us get to 6,000 subscribers.
And comment the safe word. Comment the safe word. I want to see it.
Cheese.
To know that you made it to the end. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.